is Hmalan Hunter-Xenie, and my mum's family is Indigenous to Australia, so from the Northern Territory, and my dad's Indigenous to New Caledonia, the island of Liverpool. So I've spent time in both places growing up, so pretty much like in remote rural areas. So I have just a real big love for creation, like, you know, living in places that kind of have more of a natural landscape with not as many people or development projects happening. And I'm currently working for the Aboriginal Research Practitioners Network and we're based at Charles Darwin University in Darwin in the Northern Territory of Australia. When I was at high school, I wanted to get into environmental science. And then I travelled to ANU in Canberra to start my Bachelor of Science. But I moved away from home to do that straight out of high school, and I just didn't enjoy the experience. Like, I just felt so homesick. So I chucked it in. I came back home and just deferred my studies, and then started sending my CV around to like do some volunteering work. And then I found a scientist at CSIRO who wanted to help me out. And so I started working with her, and that was Dr. Bev Satoli. And then since then, just working with her and her experience from coming from Africa with like a participatory action research background. And then she had also done stuff in Asia prior to Australia. She was always big on like including local people and kind of training and mentoring local people up to do the work. Like, she never sees herself as being in a place permanently. She feels that, you know, the local people should be doing things themselves and are very capable to do things themselves. So it was, I guess, working with her that I started finding out about, that way of working and just how different it was from a lot of the other scientists that I saw working in remote communities here in the Northern Territory. And I was like, I really prefer the way that she approaches it. And
and the Aboriginal Research Practitioners Network, so it actually started through CSIRO with individuals in different communities in Arnhem Land that had said, you know, we want to be doing the research ourselves, and you're pretty much the first person that's really, you know, been strong in supporting our vision. So that's how it got set up, and I met, you know, the founding members and have been working with them ever since. So that was like early 2005 or 6, and now it's 2019. So it's just grown organically and slowly, because that's really the approach that the founding members wanted to take it, you know, just at their pace, making sure that it's done properly, that it adheres to cultural protocols. So that's why they even call it like a practitioners network, because they said that research and researchers can be seen in a bad way because of the experiences from the past, and they didn't want to align themselves with that. So trying to highlight to their communities that they're doing it differently, and hopefully in a way that, you know, is more comfortable for those that are involved in the research process, and trying to also tell, you know, the powers that be, whether it be government or research institutions, that this way of doing it is just as valid, if not a stronger way of sharing people's stories than, you know, status quo.